Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. All right. In this video, I'm still talking about summarizing and paraphrasing. I'd like to share specifically about summarizing fiction. Well, everybody likes story, right? What if you have a long story and you have to tell it to your friends? You have a task to share what you've read to your classmates. It's impossible to read every single detail in the story, right? So you need to summarize it. Making summary in a written form is more challenging than in an oral form. In a conversation, the listeners can directly ask for confirmation or give questions when they are confused about some parts. But they cannot do that in a written form. You summarize it and you leave it, and the readers will read it. When they're not when they're confused and when they do not understand, so yeah, they cannot enjoy your summary. That's why some strategies are needed here. The strategies will help you to make a concise and organized summary. What are they? Okay, the first one is read, read, read. Not only read, but 3 times. Read, read, read. It means that you have to read several times, at least 3 times, to really understand what the story is about. And the other elements that you need to comprehend here regarding the story. The first one is topic, and the second one is the content, and then the third one is structure. Those points will guide you to collect information about the text before you write the summary. And the second one is you need to identify the main character. There are protagonists or antagonists, and you need to identify those characters. And what is the aim of that? Okay, and from the characters, we can get information about their motivations or their goal that will be presented in the story, and their attempts in achieving the goal, and of course the developments. Some characters are changing, right? At the first one, he is the bad one, but in the middle of the story, he changes to be the better one. It happens a lot in some stories. And number 3 is outline the plot. Yes, plot is a significant element in the story, and it will it's kind of map that we need to look at when we saw around the story. Do you remember this one? It's a plot line. And from this plot line, we can understand that there are 5 elements of plot. There are 5 parts of plot in story. The first one is exposition or introduction, pressing action, climax, calling action, and resolution. Do we need to pay attention to those parts? Of course not. When we write a story, yeah, we need them. But when we summarize it, just focus on 3 of them. 3 significant parts. Those are introduction, conflict or climax, and resolution. Yeah, just 3 boxes that we need to prepare to put the information from the story. How the story begins, and in the middle of what happened in the middle of the story in terms of climax, and then how it ends. And strategy number 4 is, this is the time for you to write a summary. After reading and after identifying the characters and the plot, you have the composition, you have the ingredients to be presented in a summary, right? And then you can start the organization. You can start the summary with the reading begin when, and then you need to pay attention to chronological order, since every single scene in the stories are presented in a sequence. First action, second action, third action, just put it in order. And number three, we need to use time order transition. And you can see from in the red ones, soon after finishing, not long after, finally, are examples of time order transition. Of course, you can find some more in Google and use ones that you need for your summary. The last one, pay attention to the language used. Right, and there are three points of language that you need to consider. The first one is, what tense do you need to use here? Since a story is presented in a past tense, so we use past tense. And number two, direct and indirect speech. Yeah, in a story, you meet a dialogue or conversations between the characters, and it should be presented in the what in a quotation mark, and change it into indirect. Like for example, this one. Tom said, "I'm thinking of quitting my job." Mary replied, "Really? Why would you do that?" And you need to change it to be this one. Tom mentioned that he was thinking of quitting his job, blah 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 and blah blah blah. So without question, without quotation mark. Number three is yeah, of course, the use of descriptive language. Yeah, descriptive language is usually employed to describe the environments, the setting, and the characters and the situations. But just remember, you need to be selective in it. You don't need to be as elaborative as the original one. Yeah, just what choose the relevant descriptive language that you are going to present it in your summary. The important ones only. Focus on capturing the essence of the setting and atmosphere in a few concise sentences, and highlight only the most significant descriptive elements. Just remember that. All right, I think that's all. The 5 strategies to summarize fiction. And let's wrap up. What are the strategies? Number one is read, read, read. You need to read several times to understand the content. And also identify the main character. By through that identification, you will figure out what the person and that you want to share in a summary. And then outline the plot. Of course, yeah, 3 elements: introduction, climax or conflict, and the resolution. And organize the summary from information that you get by those the previous steps. And then the last one is pay attention to the language used. 3 tenses, descriptive language, and also indirect and direct speech. All right, I think that's all. And if you have questions, just drop the messages to the teacher. Bye-bye. See you in the next video, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.